We hear a lot about the beautiful philosophy behind kintsugi, that whole Japanese art of mending broken pottery with gold. But I've always wondered about the practical side. What about the how? What kinds of breaks can you actually fix, and what does that process even look like? Well, today, let's get our hands dirty and really dig in.
Oh, we've all been there, right? That horrible sinking feeling in your stomach when a piece you really love just breaks. Is that it? Is it gone forever? Well, with kintsugi, the answer is a definite no. In fact, it's really just the beginning of a whole new story.
Because in the world of kintsugi, a break isn't a failure. It's not the end. You can think of it more like an opportunity, a brand new chapter in that object's history, and one that's about to be written in shimmering gold.
And this is the crucial part. Kintsugi isn't about hiding the scars. It's about putting them on display. The repair itself becomes this new, celebrated feature that actually enhances the object's beauty and its value. It's a total shift in how we think about what it means to be broken.
So how does this healing process even begin? Well, before an artisan picks up a single tool, they kind of have to act like a doctor. First, they need to read the wounds, diagnose the specific kind of damage they're dealing with. Let's take a look at what they're looking for.
First up is wear. It literally translates to a crack or a split. This is the dramatic break you're probably picturing. A clean shatter, leaving you with a few separate pieces. The challenge here is kind of like a 3D puzzle. You have to fit everything back together just right. Then you've got kake, which are chips. This happens when a piece is just gone. It's missing, probably lost forever after it fell. And for those really tiny, frustrating little nicks at the edge, yep, the Japanese have a very specific word for that too. Hotsure.
And finally, there's the damage that's almost invisible, nai. These are those super fine hairline fissures that you might not even notice at first. In fact, what our sources say is that you're way more likely to feel these subtle cracks with your fingertips than you are to spot them with your eyes.
So let's just lay it all out. This table is basically the Kintsugi artisan's diagnostic chart. You've got wear for the clean breaks, kake for the missing pieces, and nu for those really subtle fissures. Each one tells a totally different story, and of course, needs its own unique approach to be mended.
Okay, so once that diagnosis is done, the true art of mending can finally begin. And let me tell you, this is a process that takes an incredible amount of skill, and maybe even more patience. Let's break it down. This is really where the magic happens. First, all the broken pieces are meticulously glued back together using a special natural lacquer called urushi. If there are any missing chips, a putty made from that same lacquer is used to fill in the gaps. And then this slow, almost meditative process begins, building up layers of lacquer, carefully sanding them down, applying more layers, until finally that last wet coat is dusted with powdered gold. And here's the part that just completely blew my mind. According to our sources, every single layer of that lacquer, and remember, there are a lot of them, takes 1 to 2 weeks to properly cure. I'm not talking about the whole project, no. 1 to 2 weeks for a single step. It's just a powerful reminder that this is a craft of deep, deep patience.
So after all that time, all that meticulous effort, the result isn't just a repaired object. It's something that's been completely transformed. It has a new feature that artists refer to with a really special name.
This is where the practice and the philosophy just come together so beautifully. That golden line isn't seen as a scar. It's called a kashiki, a landscape. It's a whole new feature to be admired, like a map of the object's unique history that makes it even more precious than it was before.
And really, that brings us right to the heart of kintsugi. It's a craft that's telling us that things, and maybe people too, can be even more beautiful for having been broken. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What if we could learn to see our own scars, our own imperfections, not as things we need to hide, but as these beautiful golden landscapes that tell the unique story of who we are?